floor ahead, one floor above us.
Listening to some of the radio traffic that was going on yesterday, that team was very composed and calm.
Sergeant Ray Kelly from the Alameda County Sheriff's Office says that's because they trained for this.
Squad has explosive breach. Everyone in the house needs to move back. All units move back.
Breach, breach, breach.
These were the explosives we would use if we needed to do a breach.
Drills like this are part of Urban Shield, a police training program held every year here in Alameda County with SWAT teams from all over the world.
It's times like this that we realize that our first responders need to be well trained.
From taking out a shooter to bringing in medical help even while shots are still being fired.
If we can stop bleeding immediately, we can save people's lives.
Officers learn to use military-style equipment.
It's heavy gauge steel, and this will stop very high caliber rifle rounds.
And that's drawn protesters to nearly every Urban Shield event.
When police arm themselves with military-grade weaponry, what we're going to see is more violence.
Opponents worry armor and big guns are deepening the divide between the people and the police.
A complete breakdown of any kind of trust that exists with the community.
The sheriff's office says vehicles like this may look imposing, but they're entirely for defensive purposes, getting officers into an active shooter situation and getting injured patients out.
Every year we see a change in tactics by the bad guys out there.
So next year, Sergeant Kelly says they'll train for this situation.
How do you prevent high-rise, high-density urban attacks on innocent people?
In Dublin, Jonathan Bloom, ABC 7 News.
Meantime, the tragedy in Las Vegas has already sparked conversations about the future of security at hotels.
Absolutely. ABC 7 News reporter Jonathan Bloom is live in San Francisco with that part of our coverage tonight. Jonathan.
Well, Dan and Kristen, on New Year's Eve, thousands will gather here to watch the fireworks, but some of the best views will actually be from up there. Of course, we now know a room with a great view can also pose a great risk, and today, hotel managers from around the Bay Area met with an expert on preventing it.
Be advised, it is automatic fire, fully automatic fire from an elevated position. Take cover.
It was the one thing no one had planned for.
We've always thought as active shooters as a one-plane shooter. It's directly in front of you. Now we have someone who's above. It's really an active sniper situation.
Hotel security expert Adam Coffrin says it could start a shift in the industry.
To start to lead down the road where you're losing a little bit of privacy in a hotel.
At a monthly meeting of hotel security managers, he said change is already afoot.
Most often housekeepers come in, they clean, they're trained not to really look at anything, and they leave. Now we're saying, no, look in that room. Look, is there something suspicious?
Valet workers and the front desk could begin asking more questions and noticing belongings.
We've learned through other attacks that when people stay in hotels, they tend to bring everything with them and leave them there. So maps, weapons, cleaning solutions.
He said hotels could add sensors and shatter.
room. Look, is there something suspicious?
Valet workers and the front desk could begin asking more questions and noticing belongings.
We've learned through other attacks that when people stay in hotels, they tend to bring everything with them and leave them there. So maps, weapons, cleaning solutions.
He said hotels could add sensors and shatterproof coatings to windows.
Look at where your rooms face. If people are requesting certain rooms with certain views, sometimes it's for a fireworks show, sometimes it's to an event or a venue for possibly this type of thing.
Already, hotels are changing their privacy policies, giving staff more authority to enter a room.
I think you will eventually see do not disturb signs or the request not to come in a room start to go away.
In some other countries, hotels have x-rays and metal detectors.
Make sure that nobody can get in with the weapons, even if he has a license.
To this cab driver, it's not an inconvenience, but a luxury.
I will pay more because at that point I will feel more safe.
In San Francisco, Jonathan Bloom.
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
That's the first thing you see anything like that. Now you have better idea what material provide us cover and what not, correct?
True, true.
Isn't it amazing that a wooden table with plywood does not provide any protection?
Not at all. That's pretty crazy.
Chopper 13.